Hey everybody, it's March 4th, and this is another edition of the Swish Edition. Kristin and I are going to be talking about the nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We're going to be talking about BMW's crazy colors. We're going to talk about the new Big Arch Burger. We're going to talk about the Pope and AI, and a bunch of other stuff. Some things that are not appropriate for youngsters. This week on the Swish Edition.
You're listening to the Swish Edition because you have nothing better to do.
Kristin, I'm back in my studio in Las Vegas.
I'm so glad you're back from your trip.
It was really fun to do the show from somewhere else. And I think I learned a lesson, though, because I look so horrible because the sun was off to the side of me. And
you were too focused on how pretty the background looked and not enough focused on how pretty you would look.
How Scott looked, exactly. So today is March 4th, and I cannot believe it's March already. I cannot believe my birthday is come and gone.
Yeah.
But did you know that this Sunday is daylight savings time?
Ah, are you kidding? My gosh, I knew it was coming. I didn't realize it was already here.
Get ready. I read an article this morning when I first got up that said how you should prepare for daylight savings time. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier than normal for 4 nights in a row. Just to get, and I'm like, really? Is it that hard to adjust yourself 1 hour?
They tell you to start doing that when you have little kids who are super duper impacted. But
yeah,
as an adult, I think you just take it like a man and get over it.
You should do that. So I want to start with this because I thought it could maybe spur a debate between you and me. You guys probably know that last week, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is located in Cleveland, Ohio, announced their nominees for the 2026 inductions into the Hall of Fame. Kristin, have you been to Cleveland? Have you seen the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I never have, no.
I've been there. It's a really, really cool building. And it's amazing to go through and see all the different displays, and it's constantly changing because of who is being inducted and that kind of thing. So it's a really fun. Cleveland's a fun city. It's a really fun city, and they have great food and nice restaurants and museums, and you should get there sometime.
You don't think of Cleveland as a top destination city,
Yeah,
but okay.
It's true. Well, I probably wouldn't go in the middle of winter, but I think it's probably a nice spring place to go to, maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, so an international voting committee are the ones who come up with these nominees every year. And I didn't know this. So to get in, you have to have your first commercial release at least 25 years ago. Did you know that part?
I did not.
And the International Voting Committee is made up of the 1,200 current inductees, or the ones that are still alive, historians, journalists, music industry vets, and an aggregate result of the fan vote. So you guys can go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's website and vote for the 7 that you think should make it this year. Yeah, I did it, and I'll tell you my choices later.
I also didn't know, based on your notes here, you have people that are designated as first-time nominees versus not first-time. I didn't realize that you can be nominated over and over again and not get in.
That's true. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think there's been several that have tried for years to get in. Or not that the people are trying to get in, but their fans or the artists are trying to get in.
I guess.
Anyway, so this year's nominees include 17 either individuals or groups. The first one being the Black Crowes, who have been nominated before. And then Jeff Buckley. I had to look up Jeff Buckley. Did you know him?
I've heard of him. Yes.
So he was a singer, guitarist, and songwriter, best known for his cover of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, which I can hear in my head just as soon as you say that.
Yeah.
And what I didn't know is the poor guy died in 1997 of an accidental drowning.
Dear.
Yikes.
Dear.
So you can be inducted
Posthumously.
That's right.
Posthumously.
Mariah Carey has been nominated again. And for
Which sort of brings up a point about it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but it's really any genre of music. It's not just rock and roll.
it's supposed to be more, yeah,
But
right.
there's
Obviously,
R&B people on this list. There's traditional rap people on, and heavy metal, and yeah.
like you're not going to see the Philadelphia Philharmonic. I guess it's got to have a little tempo to it, right? But Dolly Parton has gotten nominated and inducted.
And she's
Yeah.
not rock and roll.
I think there's some. Well, she did put out her rock and roll album of covers, so maybe that's what did it, clinched the deal for her. She deserves to be in there. Okay. The next three are first-time nominees: Phil Collins, who definitely deserves to be in there; Melissa Etheridge; and my niece's best friend's mother, Lauryn Hill.
Annie's is best friends with Lauryn Hill's daughter. Is that what you're saying?
Annie is best friends with Lauryn Hill's daughter. They live in
How
Maplewood,
did I
New
not
Jersey.
know this?
Yeah, and Annie's best friend's grandfather is Bob Marley.
I did not know that Lauryn Hill's father is Bob Marley. What? No. Are you serious?
Lauryn Hill was married to Bob Marley's son, but they're now
He's
divorced.
married to Ziggy Marley.
Not Ziggy, and one of the other ones.
What in the world? I had no idea. Her daughter is probably gorgeous because Lauryn Hill is absolutely gorgeous.
She is. She's a model, and she travels around the world with her mom, but she's on the track team. And Annie and this chick who sorry that I don't know her name. I think it might be Sasha, something like that. Yeah,
Holy
they're best friends.
Toledo. I
Yeah,
had no idea. That's kind of a cool fact.
they live right around the corner from Laura and Jay.
Wow.
Lauryn Hill. Next on our list, Billy Idol. He's still rocking to this day.
I love him.
Next up is a first-timer in excess. Tragically, their lead singer is gone.
Michael Hutchence, yeah.
Number 9 is Iron Maiden. That's hard rock, right? And number
Metal.
10 I had to look up because I really didn't know the history of this one. It's Joy Division / New Order.
Yeah.
A post-punk band that lost their original lead singer, Ian Curtis, took suicide. So they changed the name from Joy Division to New Order.
That's right.
You guys probably best know him, or at least our generation does, from the song Shell Shock from the Pretty in Pink soundtrack. That's how I know them.
So their catalog is quite wide and much more significant than just that one song, but yes.
Name another one.
Let's not go down that path, but they're iconic. They were like the face of the new wave.
Agreed. I just can't name one other song.
Along with what was the other one that was from right around that time that people said they were like a fake wannabe new OEM?
Yeah.
People said they were riding the coattails of New Order. Anyway.
Well, everybody rides the coattails of everybody, right? I mean, that's music.
Yes. I'm so furious right now that my brain is drawing a complete blank, and I love New Order. And I had all of their vinyl albums, and I can't think of a single song name. Jesus Christ almighty above. It's going to come to me, and I'm going to spit them out.
Of course it is. Next, we have New Edition, their first time. New Edition. This one kind of irks me because I hate Bobby Brown so much that I don't think we should be celebrating Bobby Brown for anything, because I think he is the one who got Whitney Houston addicted to drugs. So, and of course, she died because of that. So I don't like Bobby Brown, and I don't want to see him.
Bizarre Love Triangle is probably the most well-known New Order song.
Well, you had to pick up...
or Blue Monday is the other one.
She had to pick up her phone
to jog my memory.
Jog her memory. This is what happens when you get into your mid-50s.
Exactly. I agree with you on Bobby Brown, but New Edition, groundbreaking.
Of
so
course.
many people have come along because of the path that they paved, and so I agree with that nomination.
Next up, Oasis. Two of my favorite songs, Wonderwall and Champagne Supernova.
They're a two-hit wonder, and they're famously so freaking arrogant, these two brothers, Liam and whoever they are.
They're horrible.
They're horrible.
But I love their songs.
They're so completely self-obsessed.
All right, so maybe that's why they didn't get in last time, because they have been nominated before.
They're a pain in the ass.
Hey, how about this one? A first-time nominee Pink.
Love her.
She deserves to be in there. She puts on a show, man. Let me tell you.
Agree.
And now she's singing with her daughter.
No, I know.
Also, someone who's been put up before hasn't made it yet. Sadie.
Sade.
I did that on
Sadie.
purpose. I did that on
Sade.
purpose. Sade,
Smooth
which is
Operator.
Smooth
Love that
Operator
song.
is one of the best songs. She spells her name S-A-D-E. How is that Sade? It's so dumb. So dumb.
You should write to her and tell her she's dumb for
I
pronouncing her
really
name
should.
that way.
Another first timer, Shakira.
Shakira.
Oh my God. Have you seen her lately? She does not age. She's
I know.
absolutely gorgeous, and she looks like she's 20 years old.
She and J-Lo are apparently drinking from the same fountain of youth from their Super Bowl appearance.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You have something to say?
No, about the next one. I'm excited to get to the next one.
Talk about it.
So the next person on the list, number 16, is the most deserving of anyone on the list. Luther Vandross. He was so absolutely amazing. And of course, like someone else you said above, this nomination is posthumous because he died, of course, of a heart attack back in 2005. But he was just unspeakably talented.
It was really great. And I didn't know. Now, I knew he had passed, but I didn't know that he had so many health problems. He died at 54 years old. He had a stroke, then a heart attack. He had diabetes, high blood pressure. He had all kinds of stuff going on with him. It's really too bad because he had a voice of an angel.
He really did.
And then the last one on our list is the Wu-Tang Clan. And I just think some of the members of the Wu-Tang Clan have such amazing names. I don't even know how to pronounce the first two. RZA and Gizzer. It's RZA and GZA.
RZA.
RZA. But then there's Method Man.
Yep.
Ghostface Killer. I don't know how to say the next one.
Raekwon.
Inspector Deck. Old
ODB.
Dirty Bastard.
ODB
you got
for short.
Master Killer and Capadonna.
Yes, but they're very deserving. Again, groundbreaking. Everyone who, came after them bit off of them. And
All right, so when you go onto the website, Kristin, and you have to pick your 7, all right? You have to pick your 7. I picked, and you won't be surprised at all by my picks. I picked Billy Idol, INXS, Phil Collins, Mariah Carey, Melissa Etheridge, Shakira, and Pink.
I'm not surprised.
The super
at all.
white guy.
All white. I would pick. I did not. Those are totally white people picks. They're not all white people, but those are white people
picks. Exactly.
I would pick. I didn't do this in advance. I would totally pick Luther number 1. Wu-Tang. You got to count. How many is that? That's
you don't have
2.
I'll count, but
Pink.
you don't have to put them in order.
Okay, I'm not. Pink. New Order. Billy Idol. How many do I have left? I have to pick 3 more. Lauryn Hill. Yeah, I love her. I guess Shakira. I don't care about any of the rest.
Okay. What are your picks? Let us know in the comments below.
Nobody gives a crap about anything that we just said. Okay.
Let's move on because this next story is really fun.
Okay. You should be reading this story because this is totally right up your alley. If you were king of the world or if you were in charge of the Tampa International Airport.
What do you mean if I was king of the world? I'm king of my world.
I know. Okay, so in a move that Scott will applaud many times over, Tampa International Airport has made history again. They previously famously, I don't know, I didn't know about it, but supposedly infamously banned people from wearing Crocs in their airport.
Banned.
Which is the silliest thing I ever heard. Now they're saying passengers need to do their part and leave their pajamas at home. Their official account on X.com wrote, quote, "We've seen enough. We've had enough. It's time to ban pajamas at Tampa International Airport." Quote, "The madness stops today. The movement starts now. Help us become the world's first Crocs-free and pajama-free airport. Do your part. Just say no to pajamas at TPA."
Yeah.
Obviously, this is silliness because a public airport can't actually dictate what their passengers wear unless it's truly offensive in some way or unsafe, like no shirt, no shoes, no service kind of situation. Obviously, there were lots of opinions online, both for and against. One quote from the against camp, quote, "Who the F cares what I wear while your agents are going through all my shit and patting me down?" Or, quote, "What do you care what I wear on my flight when I'm going to be crammed in with a bunch of miserable people while some jerk reclines his seat into me," right? Another quote, "Is this a joke? The TSA makes us wait in line, remove our shoes, belts, empty our pockets, and they're scanning us. Crocs and pajamas are a direct response to having to go through all of that crap. Easy on, easy off. No belts, no shoelaces, no pockets to empty in my flannel pajamas." Other people firmly in Scott's camp say, quote, "Almost every other nation on earth, and yes, even the poor ones, respects itself enough to not wear bedtime clothing in public. Besides the U.S. Tampa, you're doing the Lord's work."
Hallelujah.
And another quote, "There used to be a time when Americans would dress up when they travel. How Americans dress now speaks volumes as to where our national soul is at," which is incorrect grammar, but it's a
Well,
direct quote.
incorrect grammar. I picked up on that too, and we need to send that person back to school. But I think they're right. I think we all need to step up our wardrobe game when it comes to going out in public. It's one thing if you're going to the grocery store in some hot pant. What do they call them? Sweat. What do you call those little
Leggings? Workout
leggings?
pants? Leggings,
Man, I
yeah.
can't tell you how many women I see at the grocery store in those awful things.
They're
You
not
shouldn't.
awful, and I
You
don't see
shouldn't be
anything
wearing
wrong
them
with
out of
that
the
at all.
house.
I
Put
don't
on
agree.
some.
Don't
If a
agree.
woman must wear pants to the grocery store, slacks or something, then it should be a nice pair of slacks.
Slacks. What are you, 85? Slacks.
What happened
Okay.
to the day?
You're
What happened to the day when a woman would put on a nice dress and stockings and high heels and gloves and a hat
happened
to
to
go
that day?
shopping?
It was 1950. You sound like my mother used to always say that it was upsetting to her when she went out to dinner. She would say, "These people look like they just got finished mowing the lawn and came
Yeah,
right to the restaurant."
it's true.
So I get that to a certain extent, but wearing your leggings to the grocery store, you need to get right the hell over that. I completely agree with people who are saying the flight experience these days is miserable for
I understand that.
travelers. So screw you. I'm wearing my Crocs, to the guy's point. If I have to take off my freaking shoes and put them on your goddamn conveyor belt, I'm not going to unlace my sneakers that take, 10 minutes coming and going. Screw
It
you. I'm
takes you
wearing Crocs.
takes you 10 minutes to put your sneakers on?
Oh my
What kind
God,
of
you're missing the point. You're
I'm
missing
not
the point.
missing the point.
And I do agree with you that it irks me when I see mostly young people who, especially in the wintertime, trudge in and out of the Starbucks where Rob and I occasionally go for breakfast on the weekdays, and kids come in with their flannel pajamas and their literal bedroom slippers to pick up their coffee. And I just think, could you throw on a pair of sweatpants at least? Like, you had to come in your flannel pajamas, really?
Listen, I every day, Kristen, I was playing video poker at Mandalay Bay the other day, and I'm sitting there and I look up because I see these two women walking by me. They were wearing the white bathrobes that are provided in the rooms upstairs, and they were walking around in their slippers, their
No,
bathrobe, carrying martinis.
no,
And
no.
I wanted to know, where's security and why aren't they going up to these people and saying, this is not appropriate for the casino? What the
They were
f-
wearing bathrobes. Come
bathrobes,
on.
slippers with martinis,
I would be
strolling through
mortified.
the casino.
I would be mortified.
This is the same when I'm on Cruise Critic a lot, reading different information about cruises and how people feel about different things. And NCL Norwegian just announced that they want people to dress a little nicer for their specialty restaurants. So they're now requiring pants and
Slacks.
collared shirts for guys. And people lost their literal shit. They were like,
Wow.
I'm on vacation. I'm not putting on pants. I wear pants to work. I'm not wearing pants on my vacation. It's like, it's so hard to throw a pair of khakis and just wear them to dinner. I just don't understand it.
I do think it's generational, though, and I trying to be careful because I don't want to disclose
It's
anything.
not just
But
generational. It's also class. It's a class thing. If you have
no,
class,
I think I don't
you're gonna
agree. I
wear
think it's
pants to
generational.
dinner.
I had a client, a consulting client, and I was on site at their office. The average age of their employees was 25 years old, 24 maybe. And a lot of them were doing inside sales. I think that's what that's called. They literally, these were, 22-year-old kids. They literally wore their pajamas and brought blankets and pillows because they were on the phone, like cold calling people, and they had to do it from the
And
office.
management allowed this?
And they literally would like make a nest on the floor next to their cube. And their perspective was, if you're going to make me physically come into an office to do this work that I could very easily do from my house, then I am going to make sure that I am comfortable. And it was sort of like a big, screw you.
If I was management, I'd be like, no, this is a professional work environment. I don't care if no one from the outside sees you. That's not the way we do business. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. Name the company. Tell us.
It was a statement. No, I refuse to name the company.
Kristin also refused to say the word douchebag. She had she had in her script a direct quote from someone, mind you, and she changed D-bag to jerk.
Do you know why? Because I have class and I don't say words like that.
You have class, but you wear leggings and Crocs to the grocery store. Gotcha.
No, not leggings and Crocs to get, first of all, I would not be caught dead wearing Crocs because I hate them and they're ugly as sin. And I'm way too vain to wear them because they're wildly unflattering. So, but I respect other people's right to wear them. And my son loves them. So there you go.
I have a pair of he doesn't wear them to school.
Of course he does.
That is ridiculous. They allow Crocs at school?
Yes. On days when he doesn't have PE.
What if there's a fire? Come right out while he's running. Come right out of him.
Then he puts them in sport mode and hooks the thing around his heel and he's fine.
Listen, I love my Crocs. They're by the back door because in the middle of the night, if I have to take a dog out, I'm not going to take the time to.
They're awful. They're so uncomfortable. I mean, literally, they're awful. They make my feet hurt.
Mine don't leave the house, but I have them and I wear them at home. Hey, my friend Melissa, who is listening to this right now, she has like 85 pairs of Crocs and she decorates them. She buys like little
the
charms that you can buy.
They're called gibbets. Girl, love it. More power to you, Melissa. Keep on wearing those Crocs, girl.
Whatever.
Get it.
All right. Can we talk about fast food for a minute?
Yes, we always do.
Okay. Burger King is making waves by announcing their new AI-enabled chatbot, Kristin, which is going to actively monitor employees' politeness and friendliness when they're dealing with customers.
That's hilarious.
The chatbot's name is, and I love this, her name is Patty. It makes sense for a burger restaurant, right?
It does.
And it's going to live in the employees' cloud-connected headsets that they wear. They've got these wireless headsets that they wear all over the store so they can talk to people at the drive-thru. Well, it's going to be listening to them to make sure that they're saying thank you and please and welcome to the, all the good things that we expect from our employees that we usually don't get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is kind of crazy to me. Patty will also analyze entire conversations and offer suggestions on how to improve after the fact.
I'm sure that will be so well received. Employee number 69478 said.
Right. And this person who was wearing the headset and slopping burgers for people is going to be like, girl, you're paying me $12 an hour. I'm doing the best I can. You're getting as much as you're going to get from me. Anyway, they're testing Patty at 500 of Burger King's 6,600 locations. And fun fact, Kristin, I didn't know this. I was like, 6,600 locations. How does that stack up? That's about half of what McDonald's has in the United States. And Burger King has the most in what state? There are more Burger Kings in Texas than any other state. Who knew? But they are in all 51 states.
Good for them. Here I have a tip for them as a human resources professional. I have a tip. Make this not punitive. Make it implement this with positive reinforcement. Tell hourly workers that they can get a raise or a bonus or some sort of
Yeah,
incentive if they score, the better they score with this patty
that's a
stuff,
great idea.
as opposed to browbeating them and saying you have to
Right.
sit and listen to AI tell you how you could have done this stuff better. Like make it tied to compensation.
I hear you. No, absolutely. That's how we reward employees.
Yeah. Well, from Burger King to McDonald's, I am sad to report that I am woefully ill prepared to talk about the new Big Arch because I
It's
have not
okay.
had a chance to get one yet. But
Same with me.
yeah, we gotta try it, and I really want to try it. It looks delicious. So as of yesterday, the new Big Arch Burger, which has, I originally thought this was going to be a permanent addition to their
Me
menu,
too.
but it says limited edition. Maybe if it does really well, they'll add it permanently. But my
Of course.
understanding is that they've introduced this to try to compete with places like Five Guys that have bigger, heartier, much higher calorie burgers on their menu. And so the Big Arch is their biggest burger ever. And so it's 2 quarter-pound patties. So of course, Scott, the Big Mac has 2 patties, but they're regular hamburger patties. The Big Arch is the equivalent of a double quarter-pounder, basically.
Yikes.
However, it also has 3 slices of white American, not yellow American, crispy onions and slivered onions, raw onions, that is, pickles, lettuce, and tangy Big Arch sauce, which is very different from the special sauce that's on a Big Mac. And they say it's tangy, slightly sweet, with a hint of mustard flavor. And the bun has sesame seeds and poppy seeds. It looks delicious, and it should because it's 1,030 calories.
That's a lot. That's like more than half of what you're supposed to eat in a day, right?
Yes, for
So
most people, yeah.
I'm surprised that they went with the poppy seed one because
I
now
know.
no airplane pilots can eat them.
Or anyone who has to undergo random drug testing because poppy seeds can make you test positive for drugs in the opium family. So that's not good. But the most hilarious part of this that I can't wait to talk about is that did you see the clip? I saw the clip. The McDonald's CEO, Chris Kempczynski, is getting absolutely roasted online because he posted a taste test video. And it was the most awkward thing you have ever seen.
He
If
has
you
no
guys haven't
juju.
seen it, you've got to go look at it. And he
Yeah.
talks about how excited he is about the new Big Arch. And I saw something that said, this guy is giving the most kale salad energy I've ever seen in my life, which is true. I mean, he looks like he's a slender, trim, fit looking guy, but he just looks like a person who, eats kale salads for lunch. And he makes a big fanfare of taking a first bite, and he takes the tiniest little rabbit nibble from the side of it, and he referred to the burger as their new product or something. He just didn't
Yeah.
seem
He was using jargon.
genuinely into it. So then
Yeah.
Burger King threw shade by having their CEO, Tim Curtis, recorded his own viral video where he takes a big, sloppy, enthusiastic bite of his Whopper. And Burger King, for their part, has also announced that the Whopper's getting a bit of a makeover. It's going to have a premium, better tasting bun. We're not sure exactly what that means. Better tasting mayonnaise. And it's also losing its paper wrapping and getting a box. I don't know how good that is for the environment, but I don't know. I got to try the Big Arch. I'm excited about it.
I appreciate the box because I think it keeps something that big together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kind of like that. I don't know if you saw this, but I posted on my Facebook page yesterday for some feedback because I wasn't able to go yesterday to get one. Because yesterday was the first time they were out. It just didn't work into my schedule, so I couldn't do it. So I couldn't try it myself. But I put on my personal Facebook page, I said, attention, if you are trying McDonald's new Big Arch today, I want to hear your thoughts. We're going to be talking about it on tomorrow's Swish Edition, and we're actually taping this today, guys.
Huh?
And so I heard back from everyone who was like, "Oh my god, it's so big. That's like a heart attack in a bun." And then my friend Brent sent me a bunch of reviews. So people have video reviews. He follows a bunch of people, Instagram and TikTok influencers who go out and get the most, the newest thing and try it. Everybody seemed to like it. Everyone really seemed to like it. But then I love this. This is my friend William who lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico. He was our realtor who sold our house there.
Yeah.
bought it and sold it for us. Anyway, because of my post, he went out and got it. And I was like, oh my goodness.
You're such an influencer.
Yeah. He said, my opinion is it was tasty but expensive. He paid $9.49 in Santa Fe.
Dang.
He says, reminds me of what the Big Mac used to be like. Next time I'll order it with no crunchy onions and add green chilies. That's a Santa Fe thing.
You can't do that in most places in the U.S.
No, you can in Santa Fe. The beef patty did taste good the way it was prepared, but I would have preferred just one patty instead of two. He also says it's a good product for the price, but I'd rather dine at a local restaurant, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I would much rather dine at a local burger restaurant too. But sometimes in a pinch, McDonald's is great, right? I mean, and
this brings up a good question, though, him saying he would have preferred one patty. I wonder if those extra special toppings, like the white American and the crispy onions, I wonder now if you go to the kiosk inside of a McDonald's, if you will have the option to customize your your regular quarter pounder with cheese that has 1/4 pound. Like, could you swap out your yellow American for white American? Could you add big arch sauce to your
it's
regular
not
quarter
Burger
pounder?
King. Kristin,
You
it's not
can't
Burger
have it your
King.
way at McDonald's?
I
No?
think you can, but it throws the whole thing into a tizzy, and the people are gonna be like, I got a complicated order. I try never to make changes to a restaurant. The thing that they're giving me,
The gimmick.
I want to eat it the way they think it should be prepared, or I don't know. I guess I'll try
Not
one.
me.
It looks huge.
I'm a big fan of customization, and it drives Rob absolutely crazy that
Right.
I'm incapable of ordering something straight from the menu. Can I have the blah, 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 but could you hold this and could you add this and could I have this side instead of that side?
Kristin, you're the kind of person I do not want to go out to dinner with. Don't do that. Our friend Jacqueline does that too. She's like, every single thing she orders, she has to change or ask the, she's going to kill me for calling her out, but she's always got to ask the waiter what he thinks about something. I'm like, why do you care what he thinks? Why do you care what anyone thinks? Get what you like.
Yeah.
How's the salmon
She's
today?
the person
salmon
who says,
sucks. Don't get
I'm
that.
trying to decide between the blah and the blah. Which would you get?
Exactly. And I'm like, why do you care what he wants? What does that have to do with anything in the world? I see people over there eating sushi. I don't want sushi.
But if you work there, presumably you know what's good and what's bad, and you've had it all.
They don't, though. We go to the House of Blues at Mandalay Bay all the time, and we went with my cousin and his girlfriend, and they're like, what's good here? And we're like, we've literally had everything, so ask us. We'll tell you. And she goes, what about this? And I'm like, that's the one thing on the menu I would not recommend.
And she ordered it anyway.
Guess what? She ordered it anyway. And I look at Dale, I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? And then guess what?
She didn't like it.
She didn't like it. And I'm like, bitch, what is wrong with you?
Well, you know what? Had she asked the waiter probably would have said, don't order that. Everyone sends it back.
It was this shrimp thing on top of a bed of cornbread. And what the shrimp thing does is make the cornbread super
mushy,
soggy and gross.
And
I'm like, if you are going to get this, ask them to put the shrimp on the side. And she didn't even do that. If you're not going to listen to Scott Wallace, then
you get what you deserve.
Exactly. Should we switch gears?
Yes, literally.
I know you guys have owned BMWs in the past. Yes. No?
The race car. Yeah. Race cars. BMW.
I've had two BMWs. I had a X5, the SUV, and we've had a convertible from them before. And we had my X5 was black. Our convertible was a very pretty blue. But I'm not sure what's happening with BMW's new line of exterior colors, Kristin.
Love them.
Do you really?
I applaud them.
Thunder Night Metallic?
Love it.
Really? You drive down the road in this purple, Grimace purple car?
It does kind of look like Grimace. I'm not saying I would choose any of those colors, but I love having a choice between the standard silver, white, red, and black. I mean, it's like come on, let's have some personality. Why
Well,
not? I
it's
love
funny.
that first color. That blue color is gorgeous.
The Portimao blue. I do not like that color. That is Smurf. That is Smurf blue,
No, it's
Kristin.
not.
It
No,
is
it's not.
Smurf. Get yourself a Smurf and compare it. Do you have one?
A Smurf? No.
Yeah. How do you not have a Smurf? I must have a Smurf.
I don't
in my
even know how
office
to
somewhere.
answer that question.
Everyone has a Smurf. Did you not have Smurfs
No,
when you were
they
a kid?
don't.
You didn't have Smurfs when you were a kid?
Maybe when I was a kid, but I'm 55 years old.
What do you think about I don't know the name of these. I spent a million years trying to figure out the names of all these things, but on the very next page, that top, the green one. What? I mean, come
As
on.
I said, I would not personally choose that color of a car.
Great.
It's
You're
way
going to
too
buy a
flashy.
$75,000 car and you're going to paint
Way
it this
too flashy for me. But
Muppet green color.
I applaud them for inserting some personality into
Yeah.
the car color
The
choices.
next one is kind of a rosy gold kind of.
I
don't
bet
know
that's
what that
wildly
is.
popular right now,
Yeah.
that rose
And then
goldish.
what about the Isle of Man green? The last one. Come on.
Better
Really?
than it's better than the previous green, but whatever.
Anyway, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you just saw all those. So I don't know. I like my dark blue car and I want to blend in on the highway. I don't want to stick out like a sore thumb. I
That's
don't want
right.
anyone to look at me.
That's
I'm
right.
famous
Least
and
of
no one
all-
needs to know where
Least
I'm
of all
going.
the police when you're speeding. Yeah.
There you go. All right, we'll be back right after this.
This, my friends, is the Swish Edition. And now for something completely different.
Scott, the Pope is not happy with AI, and I don't blame him one bit. In a closed-door meeting with clergy from the Diocese of Rome last week, Pope Leo demanded that priests resist the temptation to prepare their homilies using AI.
God.
Good for him. Quote,
Yeah.
like all the muscles in the body, if we do not use them, if we do not move them, they die, the Pope reportedly said. The brain needs to be used, so our intelligence must also be exercised a little so as not to lose this capacity. He further said that AI will never be able to share faith. So good for him. That said, the Vatican has a new AI-generated translation system that can translate texts and speeches in 60 languages in real time.
Okay, that part is cool. And I think that's
Yes.
what, if we're going to use AI for stuff, that's the kind of thing you should use it for. That's a great product.
Automating rote tasks like
Absolutely.
that. But I
mean,
agree. I agree with Pope Leo. If your charge is to spiritually and inspirationally lead the flock,
right.
you shouldn't be using AI to come up with whatever those words are. My
No.
goodness.
You shouldn't be using AI for something that's supposed to come from the heart and come from inside.
Yeah.
It's like, getting AI to write a eulogy or getting AI to write your marriage vows. I mean,
Dear.
yeah, come on.
Cringe.
If you can't come up with that stuff on your own, then you need to go back to school or buy a thesaurus. Hey, I use my thesaurus all the damn time. I go to dictionary.com probably every day.
I was going to
Because
say,
when
you're not thumbing through a paper thesaurus.
No.
You're not.
No. I mean, I probably have one here in my office, but no, I haven't picked it up in years because it's all online.
Why? Yes, why would you?
Yeah. But Kristin, I come across words all the time that I don't know in my daily life, reading an article or reading a book, and I take the time to look it up so that I learn that word. I don't think most Americans don't give a shit. They'll just go right over the word and I don't know that word, I'll just skip it. But I think it's good to learn new words, right?
I love learning new words.
Yeah. Anyway, from AI and the Pope, how about Los Angeles's new metro? Their subway system has a new D-line extension, right? And they're trying to get people hyped up about it because it's going to places the subway didn't go before.
Mm-hmm.
It's opening on May 8th. The Metro D-line subway extension expands the existing subway west from Wilshire through Koreatown to Wilshire Boulevard in Westwood. So that's good for the people in Los Angeles. I think they're called Los Angelinos.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the Metro subway system decided to put out a line of T-shirts to get people to ride the D. Here's a picture of what the shirt looks like. It says "Ride the D." And of course, people are going bananas because that's a little dirty because, as you know, the D usually stands for dick.
Yeah,
when you're talking about riding it.
You didn't need to actually point that out. You could have
There's
just left that unsaid.
There's some people out there who might not know.
Well, from that to...
Wait, I didn't tell you, not surprisingly.
Sorry.
Not surprisingly, the $21 T-shirts are sold out.
Of course they are. Well, from sold out inappropriate T-shirts to washing your underwear. I saw this one rolling out, developing in real time. I saw this video. I could not believe it when I saw it on my scrolling. There was a video of a woman in a hotel room saying, I have the best hack for you guys. The next time you're traveling and you don't have time to do laundry, just take your underwear, pull out the K-cup from the Keurig machine instant coffee maker in your hotel room and stuff your underwear down in there, and it will send hot water through it, thereby washing your underwear, and then you can just let them dry, right? She was, promoting it as a brilliant travel hack. She has over 700,000 followers, this woman whose name is Tara Woodcocks, but she got some serious blowback from this suggestion of hers. And she was the video was her stuffing her underwear down in there. And she was absolutely lambasted by the entire world, who recoiled at this disgusting suggestion, of course. And so then she backtracked and basically said, oh, I never really did it. I just thought of it, would be good for clicks.
Of course. It got a lot of clicks.
Yeah, it sure did. She also said that she typically avoids using the hotel coffee makers because of her own concerns about cleanliness.
Until I saw this, I never worried about the cleanliness of coffee makers, but I guess certainly the maids aren't doing anything to the coffee maker.
No.
They're never cleaning these things. I've used hundreds of them over the years.
I know.
And then now I'm like, I don't know what the person before me did with this damn thing.
I wish I had never seen the video or seen anything about it.
She said something along the lines of, if you don't have enough room in your luggage for enough underwear for the days what are you talking about? Underwear takes up no space. Do you know, this is how I pack. I don't know about you, but when I go somewhere, I go to my underwear drawer and I start pulling them out and I count them. How many days am I going to be there? And then when I get my hand full of how many days I'm going to be there, I grab 2 more.
Me too.
Because you never know if you get the squirts or something that you might, or an accidental,
or if you get
stuck. I
thought
it was a fart.
And you can't, oh God. Or if you can't get home in time because there's some sort of a delay and you have to.
Always 2.
Yeah.
Always 2 extra. I do that for underwear and I do that for socks. Disgusting. And now it's ruined for me.
Now we're ruined.
Although, you know what I do? I go a step further. If, they never give you enough coffee. They never give me enough coffee.
You always have to ask for more.
Dale and I love to hang out in the hotel room no matter where we are. We stay in there much longer than we probably should. And we drink like 5 or 6 cups of coffee each every day. So do you know, if they have Keurig, I bring my own from home.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Put them in a Ziploc, one of those gallon Ziploc bags and bring them with us.
Oh, I always just find the housekeeping cart and find a nice lady in the hallway and say, could I grab some more coffee while you're
Yeah, but it's not always the coffee I want. I want my coffee.
Well, maybe you just shouldn't travel then. Just stay home where you can control everything.
I've been saying that more and more lately. That's for sure. I have 2 crazy stories of a personal nature, if you'll let me tell you. Do you remember?
Of course I do.
You referenced this before we started recording today. So remember when I told the story on the show about my neighbors whose smoke alarm beeped every 60 seconds for 7 weeks straight? Okay, they live right behind us. And I really hope they never find out that I have a podcast. Today is March 4th, Kristin. They still have their Christmas tree up, and it is still lit every night. As you know, these people are retards. They're D-bags. I think they're too busy riding the D to get their fucking Christmas tree down. It's March 4th. The Christmas tree's still up.
Paul, I think that they are clearly psychopaths because of the smoke detector situation.
Absolutely.
Anyone who could live in that environment for 7 weeks probably needs to be institutionalized. However,
So true.
the Christmas tree thing, I mean, excuse me, there are plenty of people who let their Christmas trees linger. Do you know for a fact that they haven't switched over the decorations? Like maybe it's now a St. Patrick's Day tree. Maybe it was a Valentine's Day tree. Can
it's
you see the
true.
decorations?
Cannot. Not without getting some binoculars, which I think would be all kinds of inappropriate.
And probably
Can you
against
imagine?
the law.
Can you imagine if you were caught? Can you imagine if you were caught? What are you doing in there?
I just needed to see if their tree was themed appropriately.
The Christmas tree police has called you out. Now, I have not given their names. I have not given their address, so they're still anonymous.
Mhm.
As you know, the appropriate last day for you to have your Christmas tree up is January 6th. The Epiphany. All right, I have another personal story to tell you. I was at the grocery store on Monday, and the woman was ringing my stuff up, and a young 20-something guy, probably wearing Crocs, came up behind me
Maybe
and started
flip-flops.
probably with socks, and he was putting stuff on the conveyor belt. This is all he bought. He bought a 48 case of ramen noodles, dozen frozen burritos, and a case of Dr. Pepper.
Bless his heart.
No, one, he doesn't have a girlfriend, and two, he's not married, and he does not live at home. This is what I wanted to say to him. I very much wanted to say to him, would you like to come over for dinner tonight?
Cook you some real food.
Dude, eat real food.
The funniest part of this to me is that you, in your notes, wrote a 48-piece case of Roman noodles, which is why you almost said Roman numerals when you read it just now. It's ramen, not Roman.
It's not Roman noodles. Do you eat that? I don't eat that.
Ramen? Are you kidding?
I've tried it. It's just a bunch of
You've
hot noodles
tried
in
it.
water. It's gross.
You don't know the first thing about ramen. If you think ramen is oodles of noodles, then you're too white and you need to try.
No, I've been to a legit noodle place. We have one right around the corner, and I just don't like it. I know it's just hot, a bunch of vegetables and broth and noodles.
You're very, very wrong. But anyway, you're missing out. Not that what he had in his cart is real ramen, because it probably was white people oodles of noodles.
Oh my God. Let's move on because we've gone 50 minutes already.
Holy cow. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we don't need do we need the next one? Why don't you
don't want to do number 11?
No, who cares about that?
We're skipping number 11. I thought Kristin would have insight. Fuck her. She's a D-bag. She wants to get off the show so she can go ride the D. You ever do that in the middle of the day?
My God, stop talking.
I have an update. I was talking to you about the Backstreet Boys last week adding more concerts because they're so damn popular. Right after we did the show, they announced more. They now have 18 new shows for July and August.
So exciting.
I cannot tell you how much I think you need to get your ass out of Virginia and come to Vegas and go to that concert with me.
It would be so fun.
Do it then. Make it a part of your summer trip.
Do it.
You know what? When you do your summer trip to California, when it's over, why don't you send your men home and you come here for a couple of days? Do it. Make it happen.
We'll see.
Dale and I were actually kicking around the idea of buying a $28,000 VIP suite for one of the Backstreet Boys shows and then selling off all but 2 of the tickets and try to make a little profit, but we're not sure if it's worth the risk. $28,000 is a lot of money for a luxury suite.
Yeah.
But it holds 20 people, so we could sell 18 of the tickets. We'd have to sell them. We'd have to sell them for $1,500 a piece, something like that.
Yes, you would.
Yeah. Anyway, also announced right after we did the show, Metallica is coming to the Las Vegas Sphere. Metallica Life Burns Faster is going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 or 9 shows in October, including on
That's cool.
Halloween. They're continuing their no repeat weekend shows, Kristin, which seems like a really big investment to me. So they're gonna have shows on Thursday and Saturday nights.
Mm-hmm.
They want fans to come to both because they're gonna play completely different sets on both nights.
Wow.
So they're selling tickets that way. You can buy single tickets just to one show, but you might not be able to hear your favorite song.
And you don't get to know the set list in advance. So you have to take a gamble on whether they're going to have your favorite
That I don't know.
song in the set list.
The cheapest single night ticket right now that I could find was $600.
Dang.
With most seats going for between $1,000 and $1,100. The 2-night packages are available. One of them is a VIP package where you get to go to both nights. It's $11,000. I think you get to meet the guys too. I'm not sure.
I would hope.
And I've seen people already trying to resell that package on StubHub for $26,000.
My-
How many Metallica fans have that kind of disposable income? I don't know.
What kind of judgment is that to make?
They're D-bags.
People who listen to Metallica are
D-bags.
poor.
No, I didn't mean to say that.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I also wanted to end with saying this. I'm rewatching Dynasty, the original Dynasty. I love it so much.
Seriously?
From the 80s, yeah, the nighttime soap. And I heard one of the best lines that I think I've ever heard on a TV show ever.
Which
And it was from Dominic Devereaux, played by the great late Diane Carroll. She said, "I find your fondness for fondue phenomenal." I find your fondness for fondue phenomenal. Is that not just the perfect line?
Don't quit your day job, but yes, that's hilarious. And I
laughed
can
and
picture
laughed.
her saying it.
Yeah, and I immediately wrote it down because I thought it would make a great title for this episode. I find your fondness for fondue phenomenal. Say that really fast. So
I
that's
do
the title
enjoy
for today's
fondue
show.
occasionally.
Me too. I have a fondue set that the Coopers gave us, and I still have not used it. And I think I've had it for a dozen years.
I think there's still a fondue restaurant in Reston, the Melting Pot.
Another thing that gives me the squirts, the melting pot. I can't eat there. Well, me and peanuts. And they use peanut oil there, so it does not work for Scott Wallace. Anyway.
Well, I'm so glad everyone knows that now. I think that about wraps it up.
Have you noticed, though, if you guys are watching on video, that the sun is now here, right across my face, and it started over here on the R, so it's moved across my wall. Usually I'm better at closing my drapes. Apparently I did not do a good job today.
It's okay. We'll survive.
There you go. That's our episode for March 4th. We'll be back on the 11th. How about that, Kristin? Well, at least
Indeed.
I will be. Kristin, she's up in there.
We'll see.
We'll see. She might be too busy riding the D.
The Swish Edition is a production of Bethwick Media, LLC. Learn more about the show at swishedition.com. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast app or site. But only if you like us.
I need to do a beginning.
God help me
So loud when you clear your throat.
if anyone professionally ever sees this, I don't know what's going to happen to me.
There's nothing controversial in this. All right, you want me to do a beginning? Stop that. It makes the noise.